Did you know that a human sneeze can travel up to 100 miles per hour? Certainly gives a new meaning to the phrase catching a cold, doesn't it? This speed is due to the force of the air expelled from our lungs. It's like having a miniature hurricane right under our noses. Who knew we had such a powerful secret weapon? If only we could aim our sneezes, we'd be like comic book heroes with sneeze force powers. So next time you sneeze, remember you've just launched a 100 miles per hour biological missile. Ever thought your stomach could digest itself? Well, it could if it wanted to. Now, don't panic just yet. The stomach lining is a bit of a double agent, you see. On one hand, it's producing potent acids strong enough to break down the toughest of meals. You know, the kind that could theoretically turn the stomach into a soup of its own making. But then, it's also playing the hero, constantly secreting a protective layer of mucus. It's like a knight with a self-replenishing shield, warding off its own fiery dragon. Makes you wonder if your stomach took self-preservation lessons from a chameleon, doesn't it? So your stomach is quite literally a self-eating, self-healing entity. Talk about being self-reliant. Ever feel like you're getting shorter as the day goes on? Well, you're not imagining things, you actually are. Yes, you heard it right. As you go about your day, the cartilage between your bones gets compressed due to gravity, causing you to lose a tiny bit of height by the time you're ready to hit the hay. It's like your body playing a never-ending game of hide and shrink with you. So think about this the next time you're checking your height on your driver's license. Perhaps it's not entirely accurate, is it? A cheeky little secret of your own body, right? So if you ever need to be a bit taller, make sure to measure yourself in the morning. Guess what? Your tongue can see. Sounds bizarre, right? But it's not as far-fetched as it might initially sound. Your tongue, with its multitude of taste buds, has the extraordinary ability to see the difference between various food items. It does this by detecting their unique chemical compositions. Think of your tongue as the body's clandestine operative, always on a covert mission. Each time you take a bite, it swoops into action, analyzing and identifying the components of your food. Is it sweet? Is it sour? Maybe it's a bit of both, your tongue knows. Imagine if our tongues could talk, the secrets they could spill, the tales of late-night snacks and unexpected culinary adventures they could tell, but alas, for now they remain silent, carrying out their duties without a single word. Remember, your tongue isn't just for talking or tasting, it's got its eye on everything you eat. Did you know that at any given moment, you have around 5 pounds of bacteria living in and on your body? That's right. You're a bustling metropolis for these microscopic residents. From your skin to your gut, bacteria are everywhere, making you a human pincushion of sorts. Now, before you start panicking, let's clarify that these bacteria aren't all bad. In fact, most of them are quite the good roommates. They aid in digestion, protect against harmful germs, and even contribute to your unique scent. Yes, your personal fragrance is partly thanks to these tiny tenants. So we're not just humans, but walking, talking bacterial colonies. Oddly charming, isn't it? So the next time someone calls you unique, just remember, you're a unique blend of human and bacteria. Ever wondered if your nose ever takes a break from smelling? Spoiler alert, it doesn't. Our noses are the unsung heroes of our bodies, ceaselessly toiling away, even when we are fast asleep. When it comes to hard work, the nose is the organ that never clocks out. It's like the overachieving colleague who's always the first one in and the last one out. And what's its job? To constantly bombard our brains with information about our environment. From the smell of freshly baked bread wafting from the kitchen to the faint scent of a blooming flower in the garden, our noses keep us connected to the world around us. Even when we're catching those much-needed Z's, our noses are on the clock, ensuring that we wake up if there's smoke or a gas leak. So, while we're lounging around or sleeping, our noses are working tirelessly. Talk about a dedicated worker. Fancy a bit of gold? Well, you're carrying around some in your body right now. Yes, that's right. Your body is a veritable treasure trove with roughly 0.2 milligrams of gold coursing through your veins. Most of this precious metal is in our blood. Now, isn't that a rich thought? It's almost like we're all worth our weight in gold, quite literally. So, the next time someone says you have a heart of gold, they might not be far off. So remember, you're not just valuable on the inside, you're also a bit golden. Think the brain is just for thinking? Think again. Your brain, the 3-pound marvel inside your skull, is quite the energy hog. Yes, that's right, the brain, even while you're binging on your favorite TV show or simply daydreaming, is relentlessly gulping down energy. You see, the brain is our body's command center, controlling everything from our heartbeats to our memories. And such a high-demand job requires a lot of fuel. In fact, the brain uses up to a whopping 20% of the body's energy. Now, if you're wondering why your brain isn't the size of a basketball, with all that energy consumption, it's because the brain is a master of efficiency. It's like that person at the buffet who piles their plate high but never seems to gain a pound. So the next time you're thinking hard and feel tired, blame your energy-guzzling brain. It's on a constant power trip and it's not planning on slowing down anytime soon. Ever thought about how hard your heart works? It runs a marathon every day. That's right, your heart, that tireless little muscle in your chest, is the body's unsung hero and its most dedicated athlete. Every day it pumps enough blood to fill an Olympic-sized swimming pool. That's the equivalent of running 26 miles, the same distance as a marathon. It does this without ever taking a break, without ever asking for a water station, and without ever needing a cheering crowd. It's like your heart is constantly on a treadmill, running, running, and running. Now, isn't that a breathtaking feat? So even if you're not a fan of running, your heart certainly is. Think you've seen all the colors? Your eyes beg to differ. You may have a favorite color, or perhaps you fancy the entire rainbow. But did you know that your eyes can distinguish between nearly 10 million different shades? That's right, 10 million. It's like your eyes are the world's most enthusiastic art critics, taking in every hue, shade, and tint they can lay their corneas on. This makes them the most accomplished artists of the human body. They don't need a paintbrush or a canvas, just the world around you. Who needs a Picasso when you've got eyes like these, right? So take a moment to appreciate the world's colors, because your eyes certainly do. So there you have it, 10 strange and scary facts about your own body. From sneezing spectacles to the brain's power trip, it's a wild ride. If you've enjoyed this, do like, share, and subscribe. Got a favorite fact or another weird body fact? Comment below. Remember, your body is a mystery waiting to be explored, so stay curious and keep learning.